Real Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage. One, two. You now rocking with the No Vultures podcast. You got me, myself, Lord Rab, OG Clee is finally free. Just got out the halfway house. He'll be joining me on the next couple of interviews. And for right now, we got a very, very, very special guest. And you see him sitting here in all his splendor, still got the motherfucking white glasses on. You know what I'm saying? We got the motherfucking legend, Fabo.
Yeah.
Fake Beezy on No Vultures today.
What's happening, man? Shout out to the No Vulture fan base. Y'all already know, man, what's happening with me, man. We geeked up.
Man, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta say this, Fabo. Like, this for me is what I started podcasting for.
Yeah.
I could do a lot of hustling. I could do all that shit. I could do whatever, right?
Yeah.
But getting into this game is because of niggas like you, right? Because of the niggas that made an impact, the difference makers, the people that set trends, right? And sometimes I don't want niggas that had to pop they shit for themselves. I want to help them pop their shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you know what I'm saying, you're a legend.
That's what it's about, man.
And you know what I'm saying, God forbid you couldn't run around like you was doing now, because you still getting to it, right? that we would still praise you the same, however it go. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, man, how you been, man?
Man, healthy. You know, moving forward. That's what it's about. You know, can't stand still, can't be complacent at all, man. It's like, what's new, what's next?
For sure. Now, I gotta go back to the original, where you started at, where you from, Young Fabo.
Yeah.
Where's Young Fabo growing up at in Atlanta, Georgia?
Man, Perry home, Bankhead. You know, my family from Bankhead, but you know how your mama get an apartment, she got it in Perry home, so I had like a dual citizenship growing up, you know what I mean? But yeah, West Side, Zone 1, Atlanta, Bankhead.
West Side, Zone 1. How was that, though, growing up in Bankhead? Because we see it, you know what I'm saying, people all over the world. Bankhead, it's crazy to be from an infamous neighborhood, right, where you can go to New York, Cali, you can go to Texas, and they be like, nigga, I know what Bankhead is for sure.
Bankhead is a long script, though. I'm from them apartments, though, like what you think about when you somewhere else. I'm from that set of apartments. I'm from Bankhead Courts. So, you know, so it's a long script, and a lot of people from that long script.
And the strip go through Adamsville and Bankhead?
Nah, the strip just go right. It's Donnelly Highway now.
Okay.
And it's like a 250-mile strip, so a lot of people up and down there. You know.
Now, when you young growing up, right, and you from that era, from your age, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy to hear. And shout out to Killer Mike, because I love what y'all did recently,
yeah, man.
right?
Shout out to Mike, man, with that Michael, man. You know, y'all go get that right now.
Man.
Something for the junkies.
Something for the junkies automatically make me think of you young.
Yeah.
Because the shit you was saying,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
is the shit, and Mike, right? The shit that he was saying,
Yeah.
right? So I come from that Pyrex jar.
Yeah.
I come before, and when niggas was when the Dolphins didn't have a Pyrex, they was going in that bottle, that Gerber bottle.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was cooking out of anything, but seeing motherfuckers freebasing, to rocks coming, to the people having money smoking crack, to being junkies. Like, what was that like for you and watching that shit? Because they was the original geeked up motherfuckers.
I mean, I'm growing up around it, you know, everywhere. Like, it was in my household. It was the next door. It was all around, you know. And you know, when we was younger or whatever, we used to start saying we was geeked up because all the weed we was smoking. And we used to drink the St. Ives and the old 800. You know, and we was like, man, you know, we geeked up too or whatever. But yeah, man, you just growing up around it. Whatever, man, it was devastating to the community, devastating to the neighborhood. You know, I'm watching the after effects of it right now, you know, with a lot of family members and stuff like that or whatever, you know. And I always try to guide my kids or whatever, same way my mama guided us, you know, to stay clear of all that type of stuff or whatever, you know. And it worked with us, and I'm hoping it worked with my kids, man, so we can eradicate that problem. But it was definitely a serious time, you know, that crack era.
Now that I can analyze it, you know, so because me coming from East Oakland, like, that we had a guy called Felix Mitchell, and then shout out my brother Lil D. He was a kingpin, you know what I'm saying, at one time. And me seeing them dudes so young, right? Even for the world to just visualize it, because I'm sure it was the same thing here, a paid in full type situation. The niggas that was rich was teenagers.
Every neighborhood had them.
They had them. And so when you seen that, what did it urge you to jump off the porch early?
Facts. I mean, the shoot, the dope boy was our hero.
Right,
You know,
right.
he that man. You know, in the hood, you look up to your your athletes and your NBA stars and NFL stars and you know the actors and stuff like that, musicians. But in the hood, we looked up to Shawty Low. You know, R.I.P. Shawty. Like
R.I.P. Shawty
you
Low.
know, we looked up to those type of characters or whatever because they was who we seen every day. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, and then anything gangster that came out of the situation, you seen that too. You see what I'm saying? So you know, you knew they was for real, and some of us want to be that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we talking old Atlanta.
Yeah.
We not talking for migrants. We talking pre-Olympics.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We talking about
pre-Olympics.
how this shit used to look.
Yeah.
And I came down here and niggas was wearing duck heads.
It was crazy though, pre-Olympics.
Yeah,
Pre-Olympics was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I was just now, you know, jumping out the porch.
Right.
And it was wild.
It was wild.
Yeah.
So what was it like? Because I always ask niggas like, you know, Atlanta is known for the BMF shit.
Yeah.
But those are Detroit niggas,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
Who was those guys in Atlanta before that?
No, I mean in Atlanta you had like different cliques. Like
Okay.
you had like people like what was it, the Raider Boys.
Okay.
You had the Kool-Aid gang, and they wasn't Kool-Aid at all. You know,
What shit
and
sweet.
you had I think you had what was the name of these people when I was in school or whatever? I Refuse Posse.
Okay.
You know, you had all of these. It wasn't really more about the gangs back then or whatever like it is now, but these dudes had posses and neighborhoods like you know they was clicked up, and so a lot of these people came like that.
Yeah. And what we know from where we from, that why we relate and we look at y'all like cousins because we got the same
Yeah,
type of shit
yeah,
going on
yeah.
from the car culture.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? To how we hang
Facts.
out, how we fuck around.
Yeah.
So in the hood, motherfuckers pulling up what you say in Grand Nationals, Monte Carlos.
Yeah.
What's the? I know I see a lot of G
Chevys.
body shit
Nah, they was Chevys back then.
back then. Old
Yeah.
Chevys, the
Yeah,
box
old
Chevys.
Chevys, box Chevys, all the way up into the 95.
Impala,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that was what
That
it's
was the
always
car.
about. And it was always like that or whatever. It's kind of, you know, it just really died down, you know, when everybody started wearing riding the foreigns and, you know, wearing this luxury stuff or whatever that they
Right,
doing now. They
right.
they taking it up a notch, and you kind of see cats with these collections now. But back then, you'll see them on the street
On the
everywhere.
street, yeah.
You know, you go to the country, you still see everybody got box
No,
Chevys.
I seen some. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I can't fuck around with it.
Yeah.
I got to go and see the shit. You know
I
what
remember when Shawty Low first finished the studio on Bankhead,
Okay.
and I had went to the Libra or whatever and ended up meeting OJ the Juiceman, and he came over to the studio and he pulled up in the box Chevy. He was the first person I seen with the big 26s on there, like 20. They was like big 24, 26s, whatever they was. They was
Yeah.
those. They were bigger than the 22s. Like they was like you can go sit beside them, stand
Yeah,
beside.
yeah.
And he was the first person I seen. I used to be like, man, Paul, right in front.
Yeah. That motherfucker sitting up tall.
Be blocking the door all sometimes. You gotta squeeze in the door. Yeah, you parked in the right spot, bruh.
Now, what's synonymous with Atlanta too is the gas station culture,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Driving out
Tesco
the gas station,
Shawty.
Tesco Shawty, right? So, and when you said Juiceman, I thought of that. Now, how does that happen? Because it's just the neighborhood and the
Nah,
gas
I mean,
stations there.
a lot of the neighborhoods got their own gas stations.
Yeah.
Like Boyne Home got 2 of them. Had
Right.
2 gas stations. You know, really 3 because there was one kind of down the street a little bit. But a lot of neighborhoods sit down in these holes. And so outside of the hole, you know, you got your community store, you know, like on Bankhead, we had our own clinic and all of that. But as you get up the street, you know, probably about half a mile or so, you know, never really too far for the cars to kind of get on up there and get straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, gas station, like that's like your first, if you young in the hood, it's like your first independence. Like, you know,
Going to the
gas station, going
Yeah.
to the store for your mom. Boy, go
Yeah.
up there and give me some bread, give me some milk.
Right.
Whatever the situation is, you know, and then as you get a little older, go give me some cigarettes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But when you get up there or whatever, and you get to seeing them cars going in and out. And if you trapping in your neighborhood, I mean, just that wandering mind always gonna be like, man, if I come stand up here, I could be getting
I
paid.
get paid.
And
yeah.
you know, and if you're on the school bus sometimes and you passing by the gas station, you start seeing them dudes up there. And a lot of time when you drop out, that's where you going. You know, you got to get it quick.
Got to get it quick. Now, if you like you that era, that time,
Yeah.
like what's the soundtrack? So you seeing all this dope boy shit, you see in the neighborhood, you know how that go. You probably
Oh
getting
wow,
in the
my
girls, man.
soundtrack crazy. Well, my soundtrack was T.I. Dope Boys in the Trap. Like, you know, that was like our coming out into the streets. You know, it's up like we I'm getting money. I'm
Right,
trying to do
right.
this. I'm trying to do that. You know, we wanted to be rappers too. Like, you know, that was it. That was my soundtrack right there.
Now this is before music, and you ain't gotten
This
into
was
music
like,
yet.
yeah, I had been into the music or whatever. You know, we were at the Tight Flight Training Camp, me and Dro, back in '99 and
Yeah.
2000.
You
so
and
I
Dro-
had,
was you $2 Fabo? then?
Nah, I was just Fabo.
Okay. I don't know where I heard that from.
$2 was my rap name. That was,
Okay.
I had to switch my rap name to $2 by the time I got to D4L.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But everybody still knew me as Fabo.
I just knew Fabo. Yeah.
I was causing much pain back then, like
Yeah.
CMP.
Yeah. so 99, you and Dro is the what's the group
Yeah,
name?
we had the Tight Flight Training Camp.
Tight
Me,
Flight
Dro, and
Training.
Tamagun.
Now was the sauce the same? Like you high energy.
Nah.
Dro
Yeah,
different.
I had all the. We had all the same flavor. Dro still was eloquent with those bars like that. He was he know he in my top two.
Yeah,
You know, and it's just always gonna be like that because I know it comes straight out the dome. He really feel like that. He really wear that polo like that. You know what I mean? But I always been the wild, crazy one. I got the police knocking on my door.
Right.
The GVI. I always been that wild.
Yeah.
You know, so we grew, you know, from each other, you know, just testing each other's limits and stuff. But yeah, by the time I got to D4L, I was seasoned. Yeah.
So, like, when the D4L shit happened and when it really popped out, Bet You Can't Do It Like Me, you was locked up,
Yeah.
and that was you. Was you in that?
Well, when the Bet You Can't Do It Like Me popped off or whatever, everybody was kind of locked up.
Everybody was locked
And
up.
we all kind of got out one by one, but Low ended up doing like a year. And so we had the song bunking in the street for a whole year. And had nobody, you know, the world didn't know who we was. Nationally, we weren't popular, but locally, everybody knew our name, knew we were coming.
So I heard you say something before about doing the ASAP program. Was
Yeah.
that time?
Yeah, no, this was way, but no, this was like during high school.
Oh, this was high
Yeah,
school.
that
So
was
you got locked up.
Nah, I was in and out, like in and
Okay.
out. Period. Like that was another time.
Yeah. Now, are
Yeah.
you going to jail and they letting you back out?
Nah, I'm doing time.
You
6
doing
months,
time. Okay.
6 months, and that ASAP was like juvenile and stuff or whatever. And I had there like 8 months, and then I got out and did 6 more months, and they put me in that program. It's like you can't get it together.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
So that was that situation, and that's why I met Carlos' sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that's fast forwarding by the time D4L.
Yeah. So D4L came like, I don't know, like 10 years after
So
that.
you a grown ass man. D4L
Yeah,
came
grown
out.
man. I've been to prison and everything by
Yeah.
the time D4L came.
Yeah. Now explain that part because that's a tricky situation.
Yeah.
You know, like I know, for niggas that done been to prison.
Yeah.
Everybody don't come home from prison the same.
Nah, I went to prison straight out of high school, man. Like straight out of high school, 2 years, like boom. You know, so I had to grow up quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah,
grown
and then
ass
I
nigga.
got out and then ended up going back and turning 21 in jail. Like, you just imagine when you're supposed to be going to buy your first drink.
Man.
You know, so I still went getting it together. Like, this is after the Dro situation and all of that. I'm still, you know, catching cases.
Cutting
You
up.
know, I remember seeing Dro with Rocco and some other stuff going on. I was like, man, why I can't act right? Yeah.
But did you know you was a star then?
I mean, did I know Dro was a star?
You know you was a star.
Oh, I was born a star. Like I'm down there doing the baby for my mama.
Oh, they calling you down?
You can't tell me nothing, but I was that whatever you see on the movie, that was me. Mama calling me in the living room. Like, yeah, man, I always felt like it was something there, but I didn't know it was gonna be a rapper or whatever. I had no idea it was gonna be rap. I used to be doing R&B, and if you hear me on every song, I'm kind of singing on every song.
I can hear it.
Yeah,
I can hear it. So by the time you got Welcome to the Pool Palace.
Yeah, the Welcome to the Pool Palace was like one of the first like real jams that everybody was like playing that me and K-Rap put together, and we took to the DJ T-Rock, and around the same time, it's kind of OJ and all of that was popping off too, and so me and OJ started rocking tight. And we took it to the Libra, and everybody over there was like, because they had the hook at the end, go do it for me, boom, go do it for me. We hadn't really got the dance all the way down pat. We was doing some crazy ride, a couple of more different little dances to it or whatever.
Was evolving.
And then I did a Libra version of Welcome to the Libra, where it goes down. So if you're from Atlanta, you probably know that version because the Libra turned into like that club, that go-to spot when Gucci them started blowing up and all of that. But they was playing it. If you was in the club when OJ and Gucci them was blowing up, then I guarantee you know that song. You know by heart.
Song.
They played it all the time.
Now, but you, in honor of the original song, and you giving it up to the Pool Palace.
Yeah, I'm giving it up to the Pool Palace.
Explain to the,
but the Pool Palace was kind of dying out.
Explain to people what the Pool Palace is.
The Pool Palace was like Cadillac Records. Like, that's what it was. It was just without the record deals and all of that. People in there every week who just like every neighborhood talent show. But I mean, it was just one of them spots where people was able to nurture that talent. Franchise jumped off, and then we jumped off, and then you kind of get K-Rap, and then you get Young Money. You get Young Money, and then you get Shop Boys, like Party Like a Rock Star. All of these people came through the Pool Palace. Like it was like Cadillac Records.
Yeah, and prior to y'all era going through there, it's been there though.
Yeah. I mean, Pool Palace. It was on Hollywood Road, and then they moved to Bankhead. You know, so a lot of people from Hollywood Road didn't follow it to Bankhead because it's two different neighborhoods.
Yeah. You crossing town, right?
Yeah.
So when now it's Welcome to the Libra. Now do you got to keep going there and people want to see you perform that again?
No. I was kind of jumping off at this time or whatever, and then I end up back in jail. And but by this time I had did Laffy Taffy and all of these songs, and I kind of stayed locked up.
Laffy Taffy is after we gonna ride, we gonna roll.
Yeah, Ride We Roll came before Welcome to the Palace too.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. We kind of was already performing that at the club everywhere and all of that.
Damn,
it just didn't get it didn't jump off like that.
I didn't know that. Okay. And then Laffy Taffy. So by the time Laffy Taffy comes, you got the move too.
Yeah.
You got the complete dance?
Nah. This dancing that you see, like, I don't call it dancing, we call it geeking. Like, I always been geeking. Like, if you knew me from the club, you knew me for being that wild. So it develops, man. When you get that money and you get that time to sit down and hone your craft or whatever. I was just one of the ones that took it serious. I felt like this mine, I'm gonna own this space right here. You feel me? And when you see me do it, you can't find nobody who can duplicate what I'm doing.
Hell no. Yeah. Fuck no.
I practice hard.
Stay on blue. I'm just trying to stay racked up like you. Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace